Project 1065, Chapter 49, Kim's Game. Every day after school, I went home with Fritz, and every day before I left, I popped into his father's study to memorize another part of the blueprints. And his father's never there, working on the designs? Someone asked me one day as I sat with him in his little closet, adding words and numbers I'd memorized to the blueprints we were reconstructing. Ma had brought us big sheets of butcher paper from the store to write on. Some of them still smelled like raw meat. His mother and father are always gone, I told Simon. Everybody's mother and father are always gone. There's a joke in Germany about how dad's in the army, mom's in the Nazi Women's League, the son in the Hitler Youth, and the daughter's in the Bund-Deutscher Model, and they only get to see each other once a year at the Nazi party rally. Not very funny, Simon said. But true, I told him. In Fritz's case, just substitute his father working for the Air Force instead of the German army. I'm still gobsmacked that you got in there and found the plans, Michael. It's an incredible piece of spycraft. Simon squinted at my terrible handwriting. What's this word here? Schweibe? It's the name of the plane. What does it mean? Simon asked. I held my breath. I hated to tell him. It means swallow, I told him, like the bird. The Messerschmitt Me 262 Swallow. Swallows look just like swifts. Ah, he said, and I could see he was back on the rooftop when he was a boy caught up in a tornado of birds. Have you figured out how you're going to escape from Germany? I asked, trying to distract him. Your mother's been working on it. Apparently, it involves a number of different modes of transportation and many days of travel under the cover of darkness. There may even be trench coats and false mustaches. But at the rate you're going with these blueprints, we'll be ready before she is. You have a fine memory, Michael. Have you ever tried to hone it? Practice getting better at remembering things? I shrugged. I never needed to. Your memory can always improve, Simon told me. Have you gotten to the point in Kim where he meets Lurgan Sahib, the gem trader? I hadn't. With all my Hitler Youth trainings and all the evenings spent in here with him transcribing the plans for the Swallow, I hadn't had much time for reading. Slip out to your father's study and bring me a handful of random little things, an eraser, a paperclip, a coin, things like that, as many as you can find. The door to Dot's study was locked, but I still used the little hidden peephole in the shelf to have a look around first. Nothing. I breathed a sigh of relief. The staff weren't supposed to be able to get in, but if one of them was a spy, they could find a way. When I returned with my modest loot, Simon took the items from me, arranged a few of them unseen underneath his handkerchief. This is called Kim's Game, for the game he plays with Lurgan Sahib. Simon pulled the handkerchief away, revealing some of the objects I'd gathered for him. Study them for as long as you like, he told me. Pick them up, handle them if you want, but when you're finished, I'm going to put this handkerchief back over them and have you tell me about them. I took a few seconds to memorize what I saw, and then I told Simon I was ready. He had me tell him which object I'd seen, and I was able to rattle them off without any problem. And what did the eraser say on it? He asked me. What? There was a word on the eraser, Simon told me. Or part of one, at least. Some of it's been rubbed off. What was it? I stared at the shelves of the books behind Simon, trying to remember, but I couldn't. I'd seen it, but I hadn't really seen it. Do you understand now? Simon said. You remember what the items were without any problem, but you didn't remember everything about them. But you can, and you will, if you train yourself to remember. Do you want to try again? I did.